Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sparkcast Media. This is episode 12. I am your host, Austin Bradley, joined, as always, by my co-host, Brian Sparkman.
What is up, guys? Like always, sorry for the break. My partner was standing on business. He had business to do at work, so I respected him on that. And
I was in another state.
Oh yeah, he
doing that. If you wouldn't know. Well, you would know, but they wouldn't know.
Yeah, they don't know. Hey,
can't say.
Hey, you stood on business so hard that you got new shoes today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Let's New Balances. That's a kickback brand right there. They're coming back. But hey, I'll tell you who else is coming back. Draymond with that punch.
Draymond's a bitch.
You see that backhand?
He's a bitch.
That was disrespectful, but I don't know what's going on with him in the season. He's actually like on a tear.
I don't know why Draymond Green has such an anger issue.
Does he remind you of someone?
He reminds me of an asshole and a loose cannon. Never knowing if you're, do one small thing and boom, it explodes.
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of.
No, he's fucking. I don't, because like with the whole entire thing with like Jordan Poole with like the punch and stuff like that, that affected the team a little bit, and Jordan Poole left the next season, and like he does a little antics like this. Steven Adams kicked at the groin. He stepped on who was it? Sabonis. He stepped on Sabonis' chest in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So I don't get the whole entire antics and stuff like that.
He choked out Rudy Gobert, and then now he punched Nurkic.
Dude, that Rudy choke. Okay, Rudy sold the hell out of it.
He was getting choked.
Dude, you'd see his arm out, was flailing up in the air.
Yeah, that's what happens when you can't breathe. You start flailing around.
You didn't even have him that deep in a chokehold.
No, but you never know how strong Draymond Green is. Maybe just that little chokehold was enough.
I also saw Ben. I think it was like Ben Wallace, like the 04. You know, I'm talking about Pistons, like it's like that. Yeah. So Draymond Green was in the locker room with that Pistons team, and like he grew up with that Pistons team with like Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, and stuff like that. Rasheed Wallace. Do you think that has like effect on like how he is now?
So Draymond Green wants to be a bad boy. He wants to be cool.
No, they weren't the bad boys then.
No, but that's what he's telling himself. He's like, "Oh, I'm the Pistons, the bad boy Pistons. I just want to be like them." So he's a little loser.
You might.
Fuck you, Draymond Green.
He won championships. I mean, the old Piston team in the 80s, like late 80s, won a championship through that.
Now look at him.
The champion or 03 or whatever, I think it was 03 or 04. They won a championship through that.
Yep.
The Warriors with Draymond. I mean, it wasn't the whole entire Warriors team because honestly, that was Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But like his mentality, Draymond's mentality, like he thought that doing that stuff won him a championship. The 3 championships or 4. Wait, how many championships? 4 championships they have. So. I mean, I kind of see why, but now it's just the league is a little bit. The league's had it. I feel like with him and his antics now.
I hope he gets suspended for this one.
Oh, I think he's for sure going to get suspended. That was a lethal backhand.
I mean, I don't care about people like punching, but it's just Draymond Green does it or something similar to it so much that you kind of have to say, "Hey, pump the brakes on that."
I think also talk about suspensions and stuff like that. John Morant, you see, he might be coming back here soon. I think next week or week and a half.
I did not see that they're ending his suspension.
Yes, they're ending his suspension. He had a meeting with Adam Silver the other day. They talked and reviewed stuff, and they. And they talked about it. And yeah, they're bringing him back.
Sorry about that.
No, you're totally fine.
I'm busy. Always on business.
No,
always doing something.
But long story short, had a meeting with Adam Silver, wellness check probably, most likely, to see if, like, you know, he's ready to come back, see, you know, if he's professional and, like, see how he acts and stuff like that. The meeting went well, so I think I saw it was going to be the next week and a half or so he's coming back. So we could see some John Morant basketball finally. So that's exciting. They really needed him, the Grizzlies. They've been doing bad this season.
You know who's not suspended?
Tatum.
Well, obviously he's not. He hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, I never see Tatum get suspended.
You know who's not suspended right now?
Who?
Josh Giddey.
That's rough. He should be. Dude, that whole entire thing is messed up. I don't even want to talk about it.
No, we don't. We're not going to talk about it. I just wanted to point out that Adam Silver spoke out and said, "Oh, we can't suspend Josh Giddey. There's a legal investigation going on."
Usually they suspend people with a legal investigation going on or ongoing investigation.
That's all I wanted to say. I don't want to get into it. You know, it turned into a different conversation, but
yeah, no, that's different conversation for a different podcast.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to talk about before I give my insights about the quarter of the season?
I'll let you jump in, and then I'll add a little spice here and there.
Okay, I'm gonna list the 1 through 6 Eastern Conference teams right now. These are the teams that would be in the playoffs no matter what. Don't have to do the play-in tournament. Boston, number 1. I know you like that. Orlando, number 2. Surprising. Do I think they're going to finish out number 2? No. But it's surprising in the quarter of the season that they're number 2 in the league. And they're actually playing pretty hot right now with Cole Anthony and, what's his name?
Paulo?
Yeah, Paulo. Yeah. Milwaukee, number 3. I think they're going to finish top 3. Do I think second? No, because you also have Philly, who is number 4 right now. And, you know, these 4 teams, there's only 2 games difference from 1 through 4. Boston 17-5, Orlando and Milwaukee are 16-7, and Philly's 15-7. That's close. That's a close race right there. Indy's number 5. I like that. I think they're going to finish, honestly, top 4, easily top 5 in the Eastern Conference, the way they're playing the season, if healthy. New York, number 6. They're always up, up there in the Eastern Conference. They're either going to be in the play-in or, for sure playoffs. Miami, number 7. I mean, usually Miami's low ranked in the Eastern Conference because they don't show up to the playoffs like how most teams should. I mean,
I don't think most teams should do that.
No, most teams shouldn't, but most teams aren't like a team that like could not. I can say
most teams are built better than the Heat is built.
No.
Yes. Listen.
We're built.
Hear me out.
Built
hear
for the
me
playoffs.
out. Hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
Most teams are built so that in the regular season they can win a lot of games too. So that they have higher seeding and home court advantage and all that. The Heat are built on the back of Jimmy Butler
and Bam
going off crazy.
And Bam.
Bam helps out.
Bam's a huge part of our defense.
Yeah, he helps out. Yeah,
he guards 1 through 5.
He helps out.
All right, Nets number 8. Do I think they're going to finish in the, I think they're going to be in the play-in tournament, but I don't think they're going to either play in or out of the playoffs. Cleveland play in number 9 seed. Atlanta 10. I see that. I see them being a play-in or playoff team up there with like Knicks and stuff like that. Nets are going to be a surprise one. I don't like them, but if they play good together in the half, by the time All-Star break, I think they're going to be a play-in team. But that's if they play together, because lately they have not been playing good together, and it sucks because like Ben Simmons and stuff like that. I don't think Ben Simmons is playing. He was, but I don't think right now he's playing.
Yeah, because he was doing good at the very beginning. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Toronto's 11th with 9-14 record.
They're mid. They're bad.
Bulls.
They're
12th.
bad. They're terrible.
Charlotte 13th.
Yep, shit.
Washington 14th.
Not surprised.
And 15th.
We already know who it is.
The Pistons.
Yep. Yep.
They're worse than dog shit.
Yeah, they are. Literally, you want to know how bad they are? Wingstop had this deal going on. I don't know if it was only in Detroit or something, but I saw it online. And it said for every game that the Pistons win, you get free wings. And the Pistons, after that announcement, are 0-20.
Dude,
so
they knew.
I mean, the Illuminati's real because the Pistons are not allowing people to get free wings because they can't score a basketball.
No, because their record's 2-21.
Yeah.
So 0-20. That's actually like. So let's see this. I can't even pull up any of it. I mean, okay, let's see. They're 28th in the league points per game with 108 points per game. So that's terrible. They're second to last.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Who is last in the league then? And what is their record? Yeah, they're 13th in rebounds per game, 11th in assists per game. How? I mean, with 28th points per game. Okay, I can see that. What, San Antonio's probably last, you think?
I don't know.
Nope, they ain't. I don't know. I'm curious about who's the last points per game and per team.
How about you jump over to the Western Conference and then we'll see. We'll figure it out.
Well, it's the Trailblazers. I clicked on 3 teams that I kind of figured. All right, but for the Western Conference, though, we have Minnesota, number 1.
That's kind of surprising.
It's surprising?
For this, like, it's not super far into the season, but it's a decent amount in.
They had the same record as Boston, 17-5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Their defense is crazy, though. They got to be first in the league in defense. Jared Culver, Carl, Rudy. Rudy's playing big, of course, like how he always does every year, you know. Carl Anthony Towns is actually moving his feet and playing like a 4 and 5. McDaniel stepped up, like I think with the game against with the Warriors, Klay Thompson. He had to guard Klay Thompson. And he got in his head, and then I think they both got ejected. And Klay had a bad game that night. Anthony Edwards is playing out of his mind. I like Minnesota this year. OKC, number 2. That's also another surpriser. Young team.
Not really surprised by that one.
Number 2, yeah. I see. I think top 5. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they're like top, like 5th. You know. I'm
not surprised because of Shea.
Yeah, no, Shea's amazing. He's an amazing guard. One of my favorite guards in the league. And speaking of one of my other favorite guards in the league, Luka Doncic, Dallas number 3. Don't ever say that again. Denver's number 4. They lost, I watched this game live the other night. They were down to, if I click on it, the team, they're down by like 21 points to a team or whatever in the late third and fourth quarter. They literally went on like a freaking massive run. I think it was
the Jazz.
It was the Jazz.
I think it was the Jazz.
And I don't think it was 20. It was like 30 points or whatever, and they went like on 20-some run to bring it back down 7, and then they couldn't finish the job, unfortunately. But that was a fun game to watch.
Maybe I'm not thinking of the Jazz then, because the Jazz were up big and then like completely lost. Maybe that was to the Mavericks.
It was Toronto.
How did they lose to Toronto, dude?
Wait, was it Toronto? I think it was Toronto. It was like a bad team.
You're supposed to be the facts guy here.
I know. My bad, Chief.
Call me Captain.
Well, I would never call you Captain, because you get too ahead of yourself.
You just did.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Are you pulling up the facts right now?
No, I don't really care about the facts anymore. It was.
Well, what are you doing then? I want to hear the rest of the Western Conference.
Number 5 is Sacramento, 13-9 record, and the only 4 games separate them for number 1. And with the top 4 teams, only 2.5 games separate them. 6th seed is the Lakers. I know one of your favorites. And speaking of the Lakers, they played the Pacers in the in-season tourney, and they won. I know, unfortunately, you wanted to see the Pacers win, but LeBron won the first in-season tournament.
That's why he's the GOAT.
And speaking of, like, the Lakers, AD has been playing like AD. He hasn't been playing scared or playing like whoever, like buns or whatever you want to call him. He hasn't been playing ass. He's been actually playing good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one night he had like 20, like 20 points, 20 rebounds.
Yeah, I know what that means.
So he's been playing freakishly good. Lakers' nemesis, the Clippers, are just below them, number 7. Only game and a half separates them, or not game, but a half a game separates them. The Phoenix Suns are 8th. And speaking of the Suns, tonight as we speak, it was supposed to be the debut of the Big 3. Bradley Beal is supposed to be coming back tonight. So the Big 3 is playing tonight. Houston's number 9. Pelicans 10. And then Golden State 11. Utah 12. Memphis 13. Jaws coming back though, so let's see if that changes their record. 14 Portland and 15 Spurs.
That's quite the standings.
I think there's going to be a lot of changes in by All-Star break. My biggest change is probably going to be with Memphis in the West. What's your biggest change you think is going to be?
I think it's going to be, let's see here. What could it be?
I mean, I can, like, the Warriors being 11, I can see that being a change, but I don't know. The biggest change with Ja coming back, and especially they're 6 and 16, 13th in the West. This Memphis for me.
I don't really know what a big change would be. Maybe Atlanta jumps up and goes on a hot run. I could see that. Maybe Indiana jumps up to one of the top ones. Other than that, though, I'll tell you one thing. My biggest stay the same is probably going to be the Boston Celtics staying number 1.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest stay right there. I don't see them losing the number 1 spot. And if they do, what?
It'll be for a second.
It'll be for like, not even a week. It'll be for like a couple of days.
1 second, literally.
And then even if they do drop down, 2nd seed? And I don't see them going lower than 3rd seed. No, but I don't really see them going to anything but the 1st seed.
No, they're the 1 seed. They are the 1 seed, and that's how it's going to stay.
I mean, I'm actually being truthful about this.
So am I.
But you're standing on bias right now.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Name me a team in the East that's better than the Celtics.
Well, with Milwaukee clicks together, I think Milwaukee.
No, they're not as good as the Celtics.
I don't think the
Sixers.
Sixers.
For position, no way.
I don't think the Sixers are.
Nope.
But I think Milwaukee, if they click together, I think they can be number 1 seed too easily. But I think right now, because they're not clicked together or anything, number 2.
There's not a team.
But that's the Magic spot.
Yep. You know what? The Magic. What if they stay the 2 seed all season and they make the playoffs as a 2 seed?
You know what? That'd be impressive. Congrats to them. I mean, they have a young core.
And then they can play the Miami Heat, who have to go to the play-in at the 7 seed again, and then they just get an easy first round. First round.
Because I think Miami's going to be a 5th seed this year.
Oh, you think they're not going to be in the play-in?
No, I don't think we're going to be a play-in team this year.
I don't know. I could still see it.
I think it's going to be Cleveland, New York,
No, New York will be not playing. I think New York will probably be like the 6th seed, the one right away.
I feel like Charlotte will sneak in there.
No.
At the last spot.
Charlotte's not making. No way.
If I get this right, dude, I'm gonna go back to this podcast.
All right, you can go back to it in your dreams. There's no way Charlotte makes the play-in. I'm just saying.
That's probable. After Miles Bridges' track, dude, you hear that?
Don't. Miles?
Yeah, Miles Bridges.
Is he your favorite player now?
No.
What is wrong with you? I'm rooting against the Hornets just because of him.
Oh no, I just listened to his music.
Yeah, it's probably trash.
It's fire.
That's kind of fucked up that you listen to his music.
His rap name is RTBMB. If you're curious.
Not curious at all. I can't believe this.
All right, I am done talking about basketball.
You know what? All I gotta say is the in-season tournament was a pretty nice thing. I liked it. Pretty cool. And did you know that the final, the Pacers versus the Lakers game, was the most watched NBA game that wasn't a Christmas Day game?
Say what? That's crazy.
And it's like the past 3 years, it was the most watched. That wasn't a Christmas game.
Mm-hmm. Or the finals.
Well, I'm talking about regular season.
Oh, true. Yeah, because usually regular season games aren't really watched.
That's why, it worked out. They can keep doing it year after year. All I'm going to say is, though, okay, you're hearing it here first. The Pacers winning the NBA championship is going to hit like crack in the 80s.
That was terrible.
When they trade for Paul George and they have Reggie Miller in attendance and Tyrese Halliburton's going crazy, it's going to hit.
Are they thinking about trading for Paul George?
It's a rumor because the Pacers said they're going to be aggressive for like a wing player to play alongside of Tyrese.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul George is like the number one name linked to it, which would be insane.
That would be. PG back. He has to bring back 13.
PG-13. Okay, that's all I had to say about the NBA, though.
All right.
So what are your thoughts on the current economic state of the world?
Is shit.
We're not going to talk about that. That's boring. No, we are going to talk about the NFL. You know what happens with the NFL every single year? Fantasy football. And you know, we're in a fantasy football league together. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I lost my account information, honestly.
Well, let me just fill you in on what happened. Okay? So in our fantasy football league this past week, week 14, the week right before the playoffs, you needed the win to make the playoffs. If you would have won, you would have been in the playoffs. But you know who you had to face?
Number 2.
You had to face me.
I had to face the number 2 guy.
You had to face me. Home Depot was my team name. And we stomped your ass. So now I'm sitting up here as the number 2 seed. And you're down there as the number 6 seed. Out of the playoffs.
Okay. Okay, like, I haven't asked you this question yet. And, like, I know you're going to give, like, a really, like an ego, like high ego answer, but be like 100% like truthful, and I'm not being an asshole whenever I ask this, okay? Like, this is like me like being 100 right now.
All right.
So I see you beating the 3 guy, but I think we both know the number 1 guy is probably most likely going to win.
I've already beaten him.
So my question is, are you scared because it's 2 weeks?
No, because I already beat him like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. I'm truthfully asking. Like,
I'm being truthful. He beat me at the very beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But it wasn't by that much. I literally beat him just like 3 weeks ago because I had to run the gauntlet of the top 5 teams at the last 5 weeks. and I'm still the 2 seed.
Hey, I'm not top 5 anymore, bro.
You're tied for 5th.
No, the playoffs has me at 6, dude.
You're tied for 5th, though.
Oh, shoot, dude.
You just happened to lose to the other 5th head-to-head.
I even told him, I said, don't take it easy on me this week, dude. Dude. That sucks, but honestly, I'd rather I don't know, I'd rather win like this week and next week, like because I feel like I have a better chance of beating him than I do the number 1 seed. Number 1 seed's so fucking, like, his team is too fucking good, bro. Your team is too fucking good too, but like I don't know, bro. This is gonna be a really intense final matchup. I feel like I think I know. I think I already know who's gonna pick, who I'm gonna pick to win, and I'm not gonna tell you because I'm gonna wait for these next 2 weeks. But
all I'm saying is, the number 3 seed, I just lost to 2 weeks ago.
I know, dude. And unfortunately, if you would have played anyone else, dude, that week,
I would have. Literally that week, I scored 168 points or something, and he scored 180.
Yeah.
Like, what more could I do?
Exactly.
168 points is a phenomenal game.
You would have cooked everyone else in the league, I think, except for one guy who had like.
He would have been close, but I still beat him.
Yeah, but you still would have beat him.
And then 180 points on my ass.
That's crazy.
Maybe that's the biggest rivalry.
See, I would be, honestly, I don't know. If I was in your situation, I'd be more scared about this week and next week than I would be about the final matchup. Because I don't know, for you, I would take it week by week, but like this week, I would definitely be a little bit like scared.
I'm going week by week. I'm not overestimating, or I'm not underestimating anybody. I'm not overlooking this 3rd seed, even though I think my team is in a good place.
I say this week you gotta take a hard balance in both weeks, but like this week's gonna be the biggest week because you need that jump in that lead in the first week.
See, and it's really hard because I have so many players I want to play. Like, my biggest dilemma for this week is between like, who do I play out of DeAndre Swift, Joe Mixon, and Michael Pittman Jr. Because they all 3 have been going off, but I can only play 2 of them. And I don't know what to do.
Might have to make some sacrifices.
I'm thinking I'm just going to sit Joe Mixon. But also, I don't know.
I would. I feel like that was a 1 week stud thing.
That was 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row? Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah. I thought it was just 1 week.
That's why I picked him up. Well, I picked him up, then he went off on my bench, then I started him, and he went off again.
I'm starting Evan Ingram this week.
Over your boy?
Dude, I might have to.
Dude, I strategically did that waivers that week when Joe Mixon and George Kittle were both available. Because I knew, since I was the 2nd seed, I knew that I didn't have the priority. And I knew that everyone was going to try and get George Kittle. So I put in my first claim for Joe Mixon.
I put my first claim was for George Kittle.
And then your second one was for Joe Mixon.
Yeah. And then my third one was Adam Thielen.
Yeah, see, I strategically did that because I knew I needed another running back more than I needed a tight end because I have Samuel Porta.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't taking Joe Mixon back. Like it was like second, but a number 1 option was George Kittle for me.
Yeah, then now Joe Mixon helped my team, the team that picked him up off the streets, beat your team, the team that drafted him, and didn't give him any motivation to play.
Dude, I started this motherfucker almost every fucking week, and he did absolutely dog shit.
You didn't put him in a position to succeed, and I did.
No, he was just being dog shit.
You put him under too much pressure. You had him as your RB1. All right, he was just my flex. He could sit back and chill. Because he knows that Alvin Kamara got him. He knows that DeAndre Swift got him. He doesn't have to worry. Over there on your team, you had what? Him, Pacheco, DK Metcalf.
I didn't have DK Metcalf. I had AJ Brown.
Oh yeah, AJ Brown before he went off because he traded him, and then literally after that he went off for 6 weeks.
That was terrible, dude. Oh my gosh.
That trade for both of you was terrible.
I don't know.
Just because after you traded, you went on a losing streak. Well, after you lost to me the first time, went on a losing streak, which is around the same time. And then Hilton kept losing every single week, even with A.J. Brown. This is, one of those...
Because you had Joe Mixon, dude. I swear.
One of those what are you going to do moments,
No, Joe Mixon brought down the team. But I'm glad that he's doing better with your team.
Yeah, me too. He deserves it for my team. Although I got the people I've been riding with all year. Got Patrick Mahomes in my QB. He's been pretty disappointing this year, to be honest with you. But he puts up a solid 16 to 18. Surprises you sometimes with over 20. Not like his old self, but he's doing good. You got Sam Laporta since day one. Stephon Diggs, who you tried to trade for.
I tried, and I really did try.
You tried to trade for him for Justin Jefferson. I dodged that bullet.
Yeah, you did. You dodged a fucking massive 50 cal bullet.
I've been rocking with DeAndre Swift all year. Drafted Alvin Kamara when he was suspended. Got Deebo Samuel. He's been up and down, but last week, 34 points. Bada bing, bada boom. You know how to name my team after him. Brandon Aubrey, my kicker. 23 points. I did that all just so I could beat you in fantasy football.
I might have to come back harder next year.
Dude, you were shitting on me for my draft.
I was.
You were like, oh, you drafted so bad, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, watch this. I'm going to win.
You haven't won yet.
I've swept you. I've already won.
No, I meant like this league.
I've already won.
You need to win the league.
I'm going to try. But I've already have bragging rights over you for a year. And that's all that matters.
That's good. I can't wait for next season.
Me too. Are we going to do a dynasty one next year?
Yeah. Because I have to start a new one because the guy lost his account. Mm-hmm. So I was going to start a new one, try to get more people and do a dynasty. And then change the scoring up a little bit.
I'm going to trade all my first round picks and just win the championship every single year.
To who?
Dude, do you not know how the dynasty league works?
No, I'm saying who you're going to trade your first round picks to.
To whoever, for players that are good now. Because dynasty league is you want young players that are going to be good for a long time. So I'll just sacrifice my first round picks every year, right? To get a good player that year. And then just keep winning and winning.
Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm freaking doing.
Well, you can't do it because I already said it. That's my strategy. Plus, if I draft as good as I did this year, I'll be fine.
I'll just pick up like Lamar Jackson or pick up like, I don't know, Jahmyr Gibbs.
I already know which quarterback I'm trying to get.
Jalen Hurts. Anthony Richardson. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, obviously Anthony Richardson. I might try to get like CJ Stroud as a backup.
Tank Dell will be a really good one.
Don't you fucking touch Tank Dell.
Or Dalton Kincaid.
No, I don't want Dalton Kincaid.
I was going to say Dalton Kincaid would be a good one because he's young.
Listen, I'll tell you in a year in advance for my fantasy next year because I doubt anyone's going to really remember this. I'm trying to get Sam Laporta again, Tank Dell again, and Anthony Richardson again. But for my running back, I think I'm gonna try and get Bijan Robinson.
Well, I can tell you this right now. Tank Dell is one of my favorite options going into next year, so you're gonna have to snag him early.
Dude, I know how to draft.
I'm just saying, like, I that's one of my favorite receivers in this, right now in this season. Tank Dell. R.I.P. Too bad he got hurt.
He was on my team, and it hurt. It sucks that I had to because I dropped him now because he's on IR out for a year. But I already have someone in my IR slot that I've been rocking with forever, and that's Anthony Richardson. He's already on my IR. We should have more IR slots, dude.
No, I think one's enough.
No, we should have 2.
Why?
So I could have Tank Dell and Anthony Richardson on my team.
But they weren't coming back.
They're both very important parts of the team, and I had to let go of Tank Dell. He's now on the waivers, and he's just sitting there.
I'll pick him up so he can be on a consolation winning team.
From the penthouse to the outhouse. But let's get into some more NFL headlines.
Oh wait! Breaking news from Woj. NBA is suspending Draymond Green immediately after Tuesday's altercation.
All right. Does it say how long?
I just clicked on the notification. Doesn't say how long, but I'm sure it's going to be 5 to 10 games.
Probably. I was thinking 10, but I don't know why I was thinking 10.
Oh, Jay Will thinks 15 to 20.
Ooh.
I mean, I can see that too. Ongoing altercations.
Yeah. Repeat offender.
Mm-hmm. So I said first 5 to 10. You said minimum 10. Minimum 10. We'll go with that. Minimum 10.
I hope it. I don't see. The only problem is I don't want him to be suspended for like 20 games.
Yeah, 20 games. Oh, but that was a swing, though.
That was a punch. That wasn't like an accident thing. That was a punch.
But
20 games is a lot.
Yes, 20 games is like, that's...
And I was talking shit about Draymond Green, but I don't want him to be gone for 20 games. You know?
Because Ja was gone for 25.
And Josh Giddey's gone for 0.
Jesus. This league's out of control. Oh, what were we talking about NFL, though? Sorry about that. It was just breaking news.
Breaking news right here on Sparkcast Media. You heard it here first.
I got too excited.
Actually, you probably didn't hear it here first because by the time this is out, you probably already heard it. But if you didn't, breaking news.
Yeah, we were just talking about the suspension, if he was or not. So,
I was just going to talk about Frank Reich was fired by the Panthers in our absence. Frank Reich's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wished him the best when he left the Colts, and he was the worst team in the NFL. So, moment of silence. All right, that's a long enough moment.
That was a long enough moment.
But you have another coach that you wanted to mention.
Matt Canada?
No.
I was saying that you treated me like Matt Canada.
Literally you just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna write this down. Literally just before we started.
Oh, this is Bill Belichick's last season.
Yes, it says last season with the Patriots.
I'm so sorry. No, earlier I was on the phone with him and he was disrespecting me, and I said, "Stop treating me like Matt Canada."
Yeah, I forgot that happened.
I didn't, because you were disrespecting me.
Get over it already. All right, that was like multiple hours ago. Anyway, yeah, Bill Belichick's done. Do you think he's going to go to a different team? Think he's done for real, for real?
I think he's done for real, for real.
Who do you think the Patriots are going to hire as the new head coach? I have a guess, but I want you to guess first.
There was talks about the Niners defensive coordinator wanting to step up and be a head coach.
Who's their new defensive coordinator?
I don't know.
Because they had Saleh, then they had DeMeco Ryans, right?
It was either offense or defensive coordinator. It was one of those two that they're wanting to step up. I saw that. I saw the Lions offensive
offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Or is that who you think?
No, I think he's going to get a head coaching job. I don't think he's going to get a head coaching job in the Patriots. My guess is somebody who was under Bill Belichick, then he left the Patriots, and then he went back to the Patriots. Bill O'Brien.
Ooh.
Former
Texans.
Houston Texans head coach / general manager. The only thing is, I don't think you should have him be general manager again. But as a head coach, he did a pretty decent job for what he had.
Wasn't he marked as being racist?
No, that was the head Texans owner.
Oh.
I believe.
Yeah, dude, the Texans at that time were... Shoosh.
They're a big mess.
Started with Deshaun.
Well, it started before that. Because they traded DeAndre Hopkins for a second-round pick.
And then David... what's his name?
For David Johnson.
David Johnson, yeah.
And then the Texans owner was racist. And then Deshaun Watson was horny. And then Bill O'Brien was fired. And then Deshaun Watson was suspended. And then traded. And now the Texans are good. So, what does that tell you?
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. All you need is CJ Stroud and Tank Dell and D'Amico Ryans as head coach. I mean, I have written down here the Dr. Spark, but I don't think we could go through all the injuries that have happened with the NFL since we've been away. There's been so many.
Well, we touched up on a good chunk of them, or not a good chunk, but a little bit of it.
I mean, we had Kirk Cousins
JJ.
last time, Justin Jefferson.
Tank Dell.
Tank Dell's out. Justin Herbert's out for the season. Joe Burrow. Deshaun Watson's out for the season.
Isn't Garrett Wilson out?
Oh, I'm not sure. See, there's so many. Leighton Vander Esch potentially had a career-ending injury.
Neck injury, yeah.
Because of Trent Williams. And there's
Hufanga.
What's wrong with him?
He's out for the season towards ACL.
Yikes.
Yeah, that happened like 2-3 weeks ago.
Aaron Rodgers is practicing again.
How? Fucking how?
He just tore an Achilles. It's no big deal.
Yeah, he just a tore Achilles. Richard Sherman almost at his prime of the career tore his Achilles, but he was out for the whole season.
It's not a big deal. Just tore an Achilles, okay? Just walk it off.
Oh my gosh.
All right. After that, oh yeah, we have the predictions battle update. I was busy grinding, so a lot of my predictions have been rushed, and I haven't been fully focused on them. So I dropped a few from weeks 11 through 14. I dropped a few. But the good thing about having a big lead is I'm still in the lead.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
However, I did drop a decent few. And since you did the bye week that one time, because you didn't predict, and I would have easily won because I had like 13 correct. So the score, because of that, is 6-5. 6-5.
It's creeping.
Should be 7-5. That's just my opinion. I feel like we're missing one though. But we're not, are we?
I don't think we are because we were off a week, I think.
Yeah, this is 11. Oh, no, we also tied a couple.
Yeah, we tied. But also, I don't think we did predictions week 1.
No, we didn't. We didn't do week 1, and then you skipped to a week.
Yeah.
And then we tied once.
Mm-hmm. So it should be 3.
So yeah, we're all good. Never mind. Well, with that being said, let's go to the predictions battle for the upcoming week, week 15, to end it off here in our return. A little bit of a shorter episode than usual, but,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm fucking nervous.
Nervous about what?
I'm nervous about this predictions, bro. It's creeping. I didn't think I was gonna come back, bro. I did not think I was gonna come back. Now I'm looking at some of these picks. I literally have my picks right here. I'm looking at them and I'm like second guessing. And it was like, do I want to go this? Do I want to go that? I had the Chargers winning. I swapped that one. I mean, I know, like we would talk about it because that was the very first one we talked about. But like, there's a couple more I want to freaking change.
See, I think what you did was...
No, what you did was you played fucking mind games with me, and now I'm like...
How? I didn't play mind games.
Yes, you are. You always do.
Dude, I literally have just not been, super zoned in on my picks.
I'm ready for the picks, dog.
All right. So we start off our first game tomorrow night. Chargers versus Raiders Thursday Night Football. And I think we already know who you picked.
I picked the Raiders.
I also picked the Raiders. I wish you would have kept the Chargers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know.
All right, Vikings versus Bengals. Who you got?
I got the Bengals on this one.
I also have the Bengals.
They've been playing hot the past 2 weeks.
They
Vikings
have been.
And the Vikings had like 3 points.
Yeah. Raiders had 0 though.
That's true.
Are you sure you want to choose the Raiders?
But Justin Herbert's out.
The Raiders still had 0 points last week.
That's true. Do you want to change to the Chargers?
I don't. I'm confident in my pick.
I'm confident in my pick now.
All right, up next, Steelers versus Colts. I got the Colts.
I got the Steelers.
That will be the death of you.
Dude, every time I pick against the Colts,
You lose.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Are you locking that pick in?
I'm locking it in.
Because I just have new information. But you locked it in, right?
Yes, I locked it in.
The starting quarterback for the Steelers against the Colts is Mitch Trubisky.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, Mitch. Money, Mitch.
All right, the next one is the game I was telling you about. I don't have anyone picked as of now. Because I can't decide.
I have the Lions.
Broncos versus Lions, you picked the Lions. Now, here's why I want to pick the Lions, but I also want to pick the Broncos. Because the Broncos have been hot. And the Lions lost to the Bears.
They did.
But I don't think the Lions have lost back-to-back weeks all year.
No, they're 9-4. But the Broncos, they're hot. See,
Be careful, though.
I think that's going to be a close game no matter what.
It's spicy.
Dangerous.
I'll take the Broncos.
Hell yeah, man. You locking that one in?
That's locked in. Let me type it in here. Broncos. There it is. Locked. All right. Up next, Giants versus Saints. I have the Giants. Tommy DeVito. Hey.
I also have the Giants and Tommy DeVito's agent.
Up next, Bears versus Browns. Who you got in that one?
I got some brown in my pants.
I got the Bears. The Bears are 5-8. They just beat the Lions last week. Browns, Joe Flacco can only do so much. Okay, he's an old man. It stops here with Justin Fields and the Bears. Up next, Falcons versus Panthers.
I got the Falcons.
Yep, me too. Panthers suck. Buccaneers and Packers. I got the Packers in that one.
I got the Cheeseheads too.
Quit.
We have some diversity.
Yeah, like 3.
What do you expect? I mean,
Every single one should be different, except for like 2.
really?
That would be a real toss-up. What if we one time, we just draw them out of a hat? Or flip a coin. So you get who you get, and then whoever wins off of that wins.
We'll do it on a tie. Break a tie.
We'll talk about that. Moving on, Jets versus Dolphins. Dolphins going to win that one.
I also got the Dolphins winning that one too.
Yeah, like that's one of the ones that could be the same. Up next, Chiefs versus Patriots.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
See, that one could be different.
Texans versus Titans. Texans.
I also have the Texans too. I love CJ Stroud.
Even after the big Will Levis comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That was not impressive, really.
Put some mayo on it.
49ers versus Cardinals. 49ers.
49ers.
Commanders versus Rams. Got the Rams.
I also have the Rams.
Cowboys versus Bills. I got the Cowboys.
I also have the Cowboys.
Fuck you. Pick the Bills. Ravens versus Jaguars.
I have the Ravens.
Oh my god. I'm not picking the Jaguars. I'm not doing it. Trevor Lawrence is a little banged up. I'm not doing it. I don't know if he's going to play or not, okay? I'm taking the Ravens, and I'm taking Lamar Jackson, and you're going to like it. And finally, Eagles versus Seahawks.
I got the Eagles.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, that one's obvious, though. Okay, bro. Okay. I mean, the Bills possibly can win, but honestly, Cowboys are clear favorite. Ravens are clear favorite against the Jags, and Eagles are clear favorite against the Seahawks. Rams and Commanders, I mean, that one could be a toss-up. I agree with that one. Falcons, Panthers, no, that's not a toss-up. I'm sorry, Panthers are god-awful.
It could be a toss-up.
No, Panthers are god-awful.
Because the Falcons can choke away some
Panthers
games.
are not winning one more game the rest of the season.
You think they're going to end 1-16?
Yes.
No, they won't.
I think they're going to end 1-16.
No, they'll be like 2-15 or 3-14.
We have two different...
Colts and Bears.
Fuck you, I'll take the Bills. I don't even like the fucking Cowboys anyways. Fucking pussies.
Alright, so we have three different Colts, Bears, and...
Yep, should work out. No tie.
Cowboys.
No tie this week. It should be clear favorite.
You know how awesome it would be if I just win those three?
I mean, it wouldn't matter really because if you win two of them, not the Cowboys and Bills, I wouldn't be mad. But if we both win one and the Cowboys win, I'm actually going to be kind of pissed.
Yeah, but the Colts are going to win. The Bears are going to win. So
that happens, it happens. But if that splits and the Cowboys win, yeah,
that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, no, that would be pretty fucking horrific.
All I'm saying is, now that I'm back in this wonderful state at my beautiful home, I can focus in on these picks.
Wait, you hate Illinois? You hate the state of Illinois?
No.
Am I hearing that?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
It was nice there.
Okay.
I stayed in a nice hotel. It was all paid for. I got money each day for my car, driving my car, getting some food. Still got some money. It was a nice time. Now I'm back.
Nice to hear that.
So, with that being said, we're going to skip the massive winners and major losers of this week because we missed a bunch of weeks and we didn't know where to start. So, Brian, send them home.
Thanks for watching Sparkcast Media. As always, you can listen to us at any social platform: Spotify, Apple Music, not Apple Music, but Apple Podcasts. I'm so sorry, guys. iHeartRadio, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I'm Sparky, not the dog. See you next time.
Peace.